Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So we have a very, very, very special guest. I've been trying to get him to come up here forever. We have Adonis here with us, and he's going to spend some time with us talking about the show that he's on. He's an erotic author and everything else. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming. We've really been excited about this episode.
Yeah, we're going to have fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you were on a show, Ready to Love,
Yep.
Dallas edition.
Yeah.
So how was your Dallas dating experience being a friend?
Well, so far, up to the show point, it was okay. Like I dated around a little bit, then I pulled away from the dating scene because I wasn't finding what I was looking for. And then the reality show opportunity came up, so I'm like, why the hell not? You know?
Right.
I always say, fortune favors the bold. You got to make bold moves to get what you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? So
true.
I was like, hey, let's take a chance. If I meet my person, you never know. I figured the odds weren't in my favor because of my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But
we're definitely gonna get into that because I feel like there was some bullshit to begin with on the show.
Same. Yeah, no, dating in Dallas is definitely like it's not for the weak.
Yeah,
it's not at all. So I actually a couple weeks ago I got on the elevator like super early in the morning here in my apartment. And this dude got on shortly after me. And so he was kind of looking at me. I was just like, okay, whatever. Mind you, it's like 7 a.m.
Oh, man.
So I was just like, all right, I'm looking a mess. But, men love that. But,
yeah, when you look good natural, we know what you're going to look like when you clean up.
ain't worry about all that.
Hell
Ain't
no.
worry about natural these days.
No bonnet on.
And so I'm on the elevator, and he was like, oh, where are you headed? And I'm like, oh, I'm finna go get my nails done. He's like, can I come with you? And I was like, no.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, no, you can't. And he was like, can you check my number? I was like, no, I have a boyfriend. He was like, oh, damn, he don't let you have friends? I was like, no, I don't want no friends. And he was like, do he be beating on you?
Wow, that's a little extreme.
And I'm like, who asked somebody, they be beating on you?
And then if I say yes, what you gonna do?
And the sad thing is, he looked like the one who would beat on me.
Oh yeah, if he ain't, I'm finna start.
Now I have never been that type to be like, oh, can you have friends? Because clearly my intentions weren't friends on a friendship level initially.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you even think that would be like acceptable to go there after you just tried to get on? So I don't know. That's never been one of my like if a woman's interested, okay, well, have a good day, and I'm
A lot of dudes in Dallas though, they're not worried about like being like boyfriend number 2 or anything like that.
At all. I think the same thing when I was leaving work at the mall. This man stopped me and he was like, hey, I just want to talk to you. I thought he was trying to rob me at first because I was like, I don't know what's going on. He just followed. He just stayed close. Yeah. And so I walked around a little bit, couldn't find my car. And he's like, dang, you don't know where your car is, do you? I was like, I don't. And I just gave him my number because I think we said this too. We just give people our number, like whether we want to talk to you or not, because it's scary out here. So if you ask for my number, I'm gonna give it to you.
Facts. I'll block you.
You don't ever give a fake number?
No, because people will call you right there.
Oh wow.
People will call you and text you right there.
That's crazy.
And like being like, I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but telling someone no gets them a whole like, oh, fat ass hoe. I'm like, God, I was this big when you met me 5 seconds ago.
Okay, I didn't gain this weight while we were talking.
Just in mid conversation. So I don't care who. I'm gonna give you my number if you ask for it.
Yeah,
that's the bruised ego.
Yeah, I ain't got a lot of time for that. But we're gonna talk about your whole dating experience and all that good stuff too. How's your guys' week been?
It's been very productive. Work has been crazy since this past Sunday. So we're still just working mad hours and then still being productive. I make costumes, so I have a side hustle. I make and sell costumes, so I've been producing those and shipping them out and everything.
Oh wow!
What kind of costumes?
Superhero costumes.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah. I 3D print and make helmets and collectibles, costumes and collectibles, things like that.
So probably with Halloween, like you probably really
Well,
and Fan Expo too. Just
Halloween is like, people understand like the production time behind what I do could be months, depending on the detail and size of the item that I'm making. So when you like, Halloween is 30 days away and you hit me up like, hey, can I get this, and that? And I'm like, that's 2-month production job.
Ooh.
So, you know, a lot of people were out of luck. But the ones that I could get in, I got in. And then there were some that ordered, you know, there's Deadpool 3 is coming out next year.
Oh, yeah.
And they're bringing back Hugh Jackman and Wolverine, and they're finally putting them in the yellow costume. So I've had several orders for the classic Wolverine mask.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've been making those and shipping those out. And I got a Power Ranger order. I got a Doctor Doom costume that I'm working on. So it's a lot. It's fun though. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my price point is at a good point also. So
So it sounds like it's up there.
yeah,
Sound like a bag.
yeah,
Okay.
they're not cheap. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Because I know Fan Expo just kind of happened out here
Right.
too, and I went to my first one maybe a couple months ago, but I didn't realize like just how far people like go with the
Oh, it goes down.
costumes
It goes
and
down.
dressed up, and I was like, oh, this is amazing seeing so many different like just culture things and Marvel and all that stuff. So
Yeah, I love seeing other people's creativity. You know, when I go to Comic Cons, like there's two things that I go for. Every now and then, if there's an actor or an actress that I love from a show or something, I'll pay to go get an autograph, whatever. But that's not really what I go for. I go to take pictures with other people in costumes, and then I get a couple souvenirs, whatever, for the memories, and then I call it a day. But that's been my Comic-Con like mode of operation since like 2015.
Oh,
You know what
wow.
I'm saying? So.
You ever see other people's costumes and like, oh, that's a good idea? Or,
Oh yeah. No, I've seen some amazing costumes, man. It's stuff like I'm good at what I do and the things that I create, but there's some people out there that are like they're amazing and they do things that I can't even do, like phone casting. I can't do that at all. That's some precision cutting and all that stuff. I'm just like, no, I'll 3D print. I'll do my little power sanding and painting and detailing and call it a day.
Right.
But no, I love people's creativity, man, because it shows. I like to see the diversity and where other people's minds are and how other people's minds work when it comes to putting together costumes. And I'll talk shop with some of the guys that I meet there and trade secrets about materials and things like that. Or what do you use for that? Or how did you get that to do that? So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's dope.
for real.
That's
Yeah.
really dope. Especially whenever you have like a passion and you can make money off
Oh,
of it.
facts.
Like,
Yeah.
you really can't complain at all.
Nope. And I mean, that's the beauty of entrepreneurialism. Is taking a passion and monetizing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have something like that, and I always tell people, man, if you have a passion, something you love, and you can put a business spin behind it, go ahead, do it, and make that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because that's the business that you're going to put the most into because you're passionate about it.
Definitely.
So.
Well, it sounds like you have several different hustles, and we're going to get into all of them,
Oh, yeah.
child. I can't wait.
I'm from Detroit. We hustle harder.
Yeah.
You know?
But a best friend.
Ain't it a blessing? You are listening to another episode of
Hear You Podcast.
This is Tan.
And this is B.
We have Adonis here. You ready to get started?
Let's get it.
Hey, let's get it. All right, so this is definitely a special episode. So we're going to do things a little bit out of our norm.
Mm-hmm.
But, so we do this thing. Well, for one, let's tell you some of our rules.
Okay, bet.
Okay. So first rule is if your phone goes off, you have to either read your text message out loud
Okay.
or you got to answer your phone call
Okay.
and put it on speaker.
My ringer's off, so.
Okay. All right.
good.
Some
It
people like
stays
to
off 'cause
leave
I'm-
theirs on.
Yeah, some people want to
No.
live by the edge. And
Yeah.
fuck it, I'll answer it. All right, now.
No,
Yeah.
It stays off because I'm on the phones all day, so I just.
That
I
makes
feel
sense.
my phone's always on silent. It makes too much noise. I can't stand it.
I don't understand how y'all do that. My anxiety be through the roof if I can hear
Girl,
my
you'll get
phone.
used to
I
it.
kind of miss my sound effects though.
Really?
I customized my phone,
Oh.
Android,
Yeah.
so I can
Oh,
change
yeah,
it.
Android, you can build a new phone.
Yeah, you can change everything, man. So I got all custom sounds from different things that I like. So, my alarm is the Game of Thrones theme song.
Oh, dang.
And I type a little message so it says, Marvin, wake up and get that money or some shit like that. Or whatever I want for that week, you know what I'm saying? And just something to get me motivated at 5 a.m. to get up and go work out. You know?
Oh. Woo.
I know.
God bless you.
Facts.
And then, so we also do this thing we call 100 rounds. So we're just going to like say a topic. I'll say a topic. And then you'll just say the first thing that comes to mind.
It's
And
almost
we'll-
like concentration
Yeah,
until the
kinda like
first person goes out.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, and then wherever we stop is just where we stop. Okay, so let's do 100 rounds, Cardi B. You can go first.
Actually, I like some of her music though. Honestly, like,
yeah.
When in the car driving with her and something comes on, I think lyrically she's definitely progressed since the beginning.
That is a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Cardi we got now is a lot different from Bodak Yellow Cardi.
Yeah. So and she's real from for everything I've seen. She's funny too.
Very.
She is hilarious.
She's personable. I think that's why she got so popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a very personable person.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's usually just one word, so it's okay.
Oh, it's one? Oh, my bad.
I was just gonna let you make it.
Yeah. I'm giving a whole. Okay.
Belcalis. That's her real
Culture.
name.
Wait, you said what?
Belcalis, that's her real name.
Oh, that's her real name?
That's her real name.
Oh, is she Puerto Rican? Or something like that?
I think she's Dominican.
Dominican? Oh,
Yeah.
WAP.
Atlanta.
my girlfriend.
Ooh. Period.
No, well, we can eat it right there.
Look.
Because I was running out of things to say anyway.
Same. I'm not mad at it. Okay, so Cardi B recently, it was her birthday. And, she's married to Offset.
She's a Libra?
Yeah, she's a Libra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was her birthday. Oh, you a Libra too?
October 13th.
Oh, okay. So you're not one of them September Libras.
Nah,
those are demons.
I'm a October Libra.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I have a question then. Why do y'all lie so much?
I'm not going to say.
Y'all lie for sport?
No, I guess me. Like, why y'all? You can't put all Libras into one
You're
category,
right.
though.
But just my experience with Libras in general. They just like lie, and it don't even be like a big lie. It just be just lie just because. Just
cause.
Yeah.
What month are the Libras you're implying born in?
September, probably.
Probably, yeah. But September.
It was October. The ones I know, October. They just lie. And
more than the average person.
Yeah. Well,
some people just like to lie though. Like some people lie just to lie, like just for fun.
I think that's part of the culture. It's easier to do. A lot of times it's easier to do than face the truth.
That's true.
So or spare someone's feelings.
Yeah. But some people will just lie for fun, like
or you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Like what you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm out driving and you in the bed.
I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
no, you ain't even left yet.
Biggest lie.
But
I'm on the way.
People lie to themselves.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
So
You're
it's
right
easy
about
to
that.
lie to somebody else.
Hell
I've been lying to myself all day.
I definitely can lie to you.
Facts.
What did Cardi do though?
So Cardi's husband, like Offset, he's always buying her these super lavish gifts. And this year, he decided to do something a little bit different. So on top of the Birkins and stuff that he bought her, he also bought her some real estate and some rental properties. So Cardi got online to basically say, like, I don't want real estate. Like, that's just nothing but problems. I'd rather have a Birkin than you buying me real estate. Mm-hmm. And she said that the Birkins hold more value.
I mean, I'm not gonna say all that, but I think you got to have a really strong business mind to manage a property on the scale of what I'm sure he probably bought her,
right?
And she probably just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, if because you have to think about it, she's got her kids. She's got her careers, interviews, traveling, performances, all this stuff to juggle enough as it is. Mm-hmm. And now she got to run an apartment building. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's me giving giving her credit. Saying like maybe she just didn't want to deal with it, because I understand like when you got so many things on your plate. Like I got a crap ton of things on my plate right now, and I know one thing can just overwhelm me. Like, okay, you know what? I can't even handle it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it could be it could be one of them deals, because I'm like, you have to hope that with as much money as she's made in the careers that she's had, that she has her investments in order. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
True.
For her kids and for the future.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it's like maybe she just didn't want that one more thing to have to worry about. Right. And that's not just a little thing. Yeah. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm. This is true. I mean, but Cardi has enough money to where she can hire somebody to do all that.
Well, yeah.
She did say, though, because I think one of the properties is like a Airbnb or some type of property in the Dominican. And she was like, it's so hard, like, because people just, I can imagine if I be in an Airbnb, I'm complaining, I'm telling you everything that's wrong. So being on the receiving end of that, and I think she has another property, and she was like, they ain't paid rent in like 9 months.
Yeah, she currently has a rental property.
It's a headache, and if you got to think about it, if her Airbnb is in the Dominican Republic, she's not there. Mm-hmm. So how can she really manage it and watch it to make sure it's being kept up right? It's a stressor. Mm-hmm. It's just an added pressure or something. You get something else you got to worry about. Okay, I got to fly down here and make sure everything's good, or I got to pay somebody to go down there and she's probably like, hell no, just give me a bag.
Yeah,
call it a day.
I can low-key understand it because me and my sisters, we inherited like our childhood home from my parents, and we rented out, and it's a hassle. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like whenever there's like no issues, everything's like cool, running smooth. We're Gucci.
Right, but when it's bad, it's a nightmare. I'm sure.
We had to replace the whole electrical panel in the house.
Oh wow, see,
that was $7,000. Then, like the people who live there, they were like, well, we can't get it replaced until like the middle of October. So we're like, all right, well, we just want to let y'all know you need to sign some sort of liability form. Mm-hmm. God forbid, just in case the house burned down, we tried. Like you asked us to wait. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Finally wait until mid-October. Now permits and everything are involved. The city is like, the electricity's going to have to be off for 4 days.
Sheesh.
The people have to leave the house.
Wow.
We have to reimburse them for their hotel.
Oh, yeah. See?
Food.
No.
Food.
You got to feed them? Oh, wow.
Reimburse food. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a lot.
That's crazy.
Yes. So whenever I heard Cardi say that, I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, she probably didn't want them. Yeah, she probably just didn't want them problems.
Yeah. Like,
a Birkin bag is way more simple.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know where it's at. Yep. I know the condition it's in.
You don't have to deal with nobody else involved in it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, nobody's living in it.
Right.
You don't know. And then you see like horror stories online of like people like damaging property.
Or squatters.
I saw a story recently about a lady that refused to leave the person's Airbnb, period. And she pretty much forcibly stole her house.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't, because of the laws and rental things, after she was there for a certain period of time, you couldn't evict her.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You couldn't just say, get out my house. You had to go through all the, and so she found loopholes, and the lady got to stay in this woman's house.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you'd be surprised how many people are professional squatters.
Yeah.
Facts. And know the rules and laws. Yeah. And know that you can't kick me out. I don't know. I feel I would make it so incredibly uncomfortable that you would just have to, like, I'm gonna walk around that bitch naked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat all your food up. Like, I would just make.
Like, you gonna chill in my crib?
Yeah, we finna big chill.
It's about to be hell.
No, for real. And whenever I'm just like, damn. I think I saw another story where the lady was telling like the owner he had to pay her $120 something thousand to leave because she was another squatter. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Imagine paying somebody to leave you alone
in your house.
Yeah, facts.
Just to get your own house back.
No, literally. It's scary.
The reason we kind of talked about that too, because on the on Ready to Love, there was someone who asked about a purse, a Birkin, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it spanned this whole conversation about it, and the whole men versus women, and buy me this, and I don't know, the whole thing. How do you feel about if your lady asked for a Birkin? Like,
if that's my woman, and we and again our investments are in order,
right?
And we got money just sitting like that, I don't care. But I'm not gonna put that before something that could make us money in the future, and we don't have that established already. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, we got it like that, and everything's in order, and the crib taken care of, and investments is good, and business is running smooth. By all means, but.
So you're not against like lavish gifts, or you don't judge? How do you feel about women who want those things?
If that's what you want, that's what you want. You just gotta be with somebody that can provide that.
Yeah, that can afford it.
Yeah, but and also understand that that's a small percentage, of guys. So if your standards are 1%. That high, exactly, the higher your standards will get, the harder it is to find the men that can fulfill them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's monetarily, you know what I'm saying? So I have no problem. Look. If that's what you choose to do, that's your life. It ain't got nothing to do with me, So I tell people, life is too short to not do what you want to do and live how you want to live and be happy. So if that's what you want for your life, do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I like to do,
right?
And I have no regrets and no hesitations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, you know, what you want for your life.
I think with like dating these days, it's so much of like men versus women.
Oh yeah, that's all you see on social media.
Yeah, and it's like, who was the girl who ate the 4 dozen oysters?
Oh yeah. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. If that was a first date, I would have had the same reaction.
Yeah.
You'd have left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you would have left.
Oh yeah, because I'm like, first of all, I actually had a girl go hard on me on the first date like that one time some years ago in Detroit, and I'm not even gonna say that though. But I'm just like, she ordered what she ordered, and then she ordered a second plate, and I'm sitting here
She
like,
had kids?
no.
Oh, that's for her.
Yeah. She ordered her the
And not a to-go plate. Like, she wanted another plate to eat.
No, she ordered it to
there.
go.
Oh.
Yeah, so you got this big hibachi shrimp steak and chicken meal, and then you order this big thing of sushi.
Oh.
And I'm sitting here like,
And not to-go sushi. Oh, she must
And
go
then-
eat that in the car.
yes, I'm like, that's for lunch for tomorrow? Like, you know,
does not
how
hold
you
over
go
well like that.
Like, how you gonna do me like this? This our first date. I ordered the normal, you know, I ordered the little steak hibachi with shrimp or whatever, but
Right.
it's like it can go both ways, because it's like, you know, someone will say, well, if you can't afford it, don't take it to that kind of restaurant, whatever. That wasn't the point. It was the principle.
Right.
It's like, this is the first time we sat down together to talk and have any kind of conversation about anything, and you just go for the gusto on me. Like, that's how you think. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, okay, I get it. And her current situation is not surprising,
Oh.
because of how, you know, because of her mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so for the girl that she ordered 45 oysters, I'm like, and you just gonna sit there and eat them? First of all, I'd have been disgusted.
That exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just gonna sit there and slurp down how many orders was it? Was
It
it
was
four
four
dozen.
orders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
She ate 48 oysters. Who
Hey, you just
needs
sitting there like, let's go.
literally?
And then
Over and over again.
ordered
that?
food.
And, oh yeah,
Yeah, she ordered food afterwards.
Oh, I didn't know she ordered more afterwards.
No,
so that
she
was
had-
her.
That was the appetizer.
Wait. I'm about to say, so 48 oysters was her appetizer?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. That's
That's sick.
no. That's
Gluttonous.
it is, and that's what I said when I posted about
Ain't
it.
that a- ain't that a
I'm
cardinal
I'm not about to-
sin?
Your gluttony. I'm not gonna sit here like that's gonna completely turn me off. Period. To you altogether. Just the fact that you sitting there eating all that, like
With a straight face.
like that's what you normally do.
And then recording eating it is it takes it
Oh,
to
man.
another level.
Yeah, she all on the
Yeah.
phone like, yeah, baby, I'm eating these fucking
she over
oysters.
there with the lemon.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh,
Dressing it
no.
up real nice.
Oh no! I
my
can't be
gosh.
associated with that. I have to leave.
Well, he did.
Yeah.
And he just sent her like I guess he paid for his drink or something like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely would have paid for mine, but I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. You know, I actually dipped on a girl one time at one of my favorite restaurants in Michigan, Manjan Lao. And we're sitting there, and I know everybody at the restaurant anyway, mind you, because it was where all the music community DJs in Detroit and promoters, all my friends, we would hang out on Wednesday nights. And so I went there a little bit earlier before the party started on this little date, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to have a conversation with her, and she like this the whole time.
All on the phone.
And I'm like, yeah, so I was like, I'll be right back. I got up and never came back. And I just went to hang out with my friends.
Oh,
Oh, you stayed?
Oh, yeah, I stayed.
dang.
You're not running me up out of my spot
Oh.
with my friends. No,
That's embarrassing.
I stayed for the party.
Did she say anything else to you?
She tried to, but what is there to say after that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just showed yourself rude. You know, you're here clearly for a meal because you're not showing any interest.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you can't get out your phone.
Right.
I'm like, oh no. I saw that. It didn't take me long to realize what
Right.
was really going on. So I was like, all right, I'll be right back. And I went and kicked it.
Damn.
I
See,
know.
I can't say too much because I ain't gonna lie. At one point in my life,
You were on the heathen side.
I was, and I would set up about 3-4 dates a week, so them niggas could feed me. I'm not gonna lie.
See, that's the scary part,
But,
man.
but the
'cause-
thing is,
Is it scary or is it dating?
Yeah, it's dating. But But if I'm going on a date, I'm engaged. I'm talking to you. I'm acting interested. So I'm not just like
acting interested.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have
keyword.
You're gonna have
acting.
You're gonna have a good time.
Theatrical entertainment.
You're gonna have a good time. I'm not gonna be on my phone or rude. You're gonna have a good time, and it's gonna be a great date that you're gonna pay for. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, though. Maybe this is me. If you're not, I'm not gonna go out and do anything with someone that I'm not genuinely interested in. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like my time is my most valuable asset. So if I'm giving you my time, please believe you mean something to me.
Right.
Or I'm trying to see if you can mean something to me. You see what I'm saying? But just to go out, just to, especially on a date, like hanging out with friends, you can go bullshit with friends anytime. That's totally different category. But going out on a date, taking someone out one-on-one, like, no, there has to, I date with intention, with purpose. And I'm not going to waste my time because, again, you spend money, you get money back. You know what I'm saying? But that time, those moments of my life that I've given you, no, you cannot recover those. And since life is so short, I am very particular on where I spend those moments and who I give them to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So for this, that's another reason why before the reality show and since I've been in Texas, dating has been so I've had to be really strategic about it.
Right.
Because it's like, what are your intentions? You know what I'm saying? Are you really interested in me? Or are you just trying to hang out? Or are you, interested in other things, whatever the case? But it's still, so we find a common ground. It's like, okay, whatever the case. And if we just going to kick it, we just going to fuck, whatever the case, we'll do what we do. But put it on the table. So I at least know what I'm getting myself into. And that's what I do. And that's what I did on the reality show.
You definitely did.
Okay, so since we already here, let's just hop right on into it. So how did you find out? Because this is on the OWN network first, and I don't have OWN because it's extra, So I caught it on Max when it came out finally. But how did you ever hear about, Ready to Love coming to Dallas and even knowing to apply for
was
it?
it like open casting or what was it?
They found me on Instagram.
What?
Really?
They found you?
Yeah, one of the casting agents reached out to me and said, "Hey, I got this TV show." I'd never heard of the show. I don't watch reality TV. So she reached out to me and I did my research for a little bit. I didn't know who Will Packard was. All these different things. So I was like, okay, I think this might be legit. So talked to a couple people. They was like, yeah, Reality Love, that's my show. I'm like, okay, bet. So I filled out the application, started the process, and then another recruiter reached out to me on Facebook. And say, hey, I think you'd be great for this reality show to check.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why it was like, okay, the opportunity came to me twice. So I was like, let me go ahead and really see what's up with this.
But being somebody who doesn't watch reality TV, to go from not watching reality
to
TV to being on
a
it,
reality,
man.
Like, what's your thought process for that?
Well, first, I binged 9 episodes the night before the Mansion Mixer, the first episode, because my father was like, you better watch that show before you get voted off the first day because you don't know how to move, So I was like,
smart.
What's a good idea?
That's really smart.
So I binged it, so I knew exactly what I think one of the Miami seasons. So I knew exactly what I was getting myself into.
Right.
And when I started watching, I'm like, oh my God, what did I just sign up for? Literally, I was in my bed like, oh, this is happening tomorrow.
How soon did things, because I think a lot of times people see TV and everything happens just like that. So how soon after did you hear from the producers and stuff like that to doing the application? Did they actually start filming?
Oh, it was like a 4-month process.
Okay.
Because we had several interviews. We had 2 psych evals.
Whoa, hold on.
They did a psych
eval?
Yeah, that's like a 250 question little questionnaire thing, and then the psychologist called us, and we had to do this little conference call with him where he went over the results and asked us these questions about our lives and things like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it was.
Sure you're not a liar or like a sociopath
or crazy, but
some people still got through there though. So.
Yeah.
That's crazy that some people still
Maybe
got
they
through
did
there.
the psych evals to see who would be good for TV. Like, oh, he crazy as hell.
No,
She crazy as hell. Bring him on.
Yeah, add him on there.
I don't know, but yeah, it was a extensive process. But it was fun. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of fun.
Because I will say, in first meeting you, one of the things that you said on the show, when you introduced yourself, you said you were Dom and you're an erotic author.
Yeah.
And okay, if y'all haven't seen Ready to Love, the Ready to Love cast in Dallas, I think everyone is over 30, because there was no one under 30, right?
No, I don't think, no.
Everyone was over 35, I think. So everyone was a little bit older, more established and things like that. And I was like, oh yeah, this ain't going to end well, because people just, are set in their ways and don't know certain things, and so.
Right.
That was kind of, I felt like, I was like, oh, you ain't gonna be, I felt you weren't gonna be on there long. You were on there longer than I thought.
That's what I was trying, because here's the thing, like, people, the ladies that all ask what I do, you know, and I'm like, yeah, I'm an erotic author, this and that. And then the questions just continue.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's intriguing though. Like, you want to know more.
Exactly. And I understand that, but it's like, that's all they showed. Because I mean, obviously that's not the only thing I talked about, but that's how that was my narrative that they chose for me. You know, so all the conversations about my family and what I want for my future, and you know how I want to get married and have more kids, all this different stuff. They didn't show any of that. So after the first episode, I texted one of the producers, like, they literally only showed me for like, you know, 2.5 seconds introducing myself to Unique, telling her I was an erotic author,
Right.
and they just moved on. I was like,
it.
that was it. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
texted the producer. I'm like,
There's more?
we were there for 12 hours.
Whoa,
you are
12
lying.
hours?
No lie. No, it was 14. Yeah, we were there for 14 hours. And
Doing what?
filming conversations. So I'm like, out of all that time, that's
all y'all picked.
That's all y'all showed to me.
So how was that, like, just meeting everyone in the house for the first time and that being 14 hours? Like, I mean, it's because it showed the sun was up and then afterwards the sun
Oh, it
was
was
down, so
hot.
you saw it.
Yeah, that's why we were trying to hang out under at the table in the shade a little bit. I know I was, because it was hot. You know, and I had on all
A suit?
right. I'm suited and all black and everything. You know, I'm doing my thing or whatever. But yeah, it was hot. The food was terrible.
Really?
Yeah,
what was
but
the
the
food?
alcohol was good.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure.
Minimal food, lots of alcohol, great TV. You know, what I'm saying? That was their
They're
was
like,
their
get drunk
idea.
and put peanuts on your stomach
Right.
and fight.
But meeting everybody was cool. It was fun. Me and the guys we all clicked like early. I know the ladies had a little division.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the guys, we were all cool, man. It was a fun experience, man. But the once I got the understanding of the format of reality TV, how it was filmed, because it's not scripted, but they kind of gave us a little direction every now and then. But for the most part, they just followed us around with the cameras and just had us talk. Like if they wanted somebody to wanted a different conversation, they'll send somebody in and go to interrupt the conversation and say, "Okay, let me holler at her real quick." Okay, cool. You know, and switch it up like that or whatever. And then but you really wanted to talk to everybody because you want to find as many connections as you can to see who see what's what. Right. So again, 12 hours of conversation, and you know, I felt like, I swear to God, I felt like I mean, it's not even. I felt like I was answering the same questions over and over and over and over again. About all that stuff, you know. But so by about, I think our call time was like 8 something in the morning. I say probably around, because we didn't leave till about 2 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was all day thing. So by around 5-6 o'clock, I was exhausted mentally from talking about that, because it was like, you know, I'm trying to talk about other things. I'm like, yeah, there's a crap ton of more to me.
Right, I'm a person.
Yeah, I'm a human being. You know, I do other stuff. I do want love. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I'm trying to have these conversations, but it always ended back up talking about, you know what I'm saying, my erotica and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, and I had no idea though that's the direction and the narrative that production was going to choose for me.
Because that's the impression that I got. Same. It seemed like you just brought it up every single time. I was like, why he keep bringing it up? I know
like
he's
you were just this kinky ass man.
Kinky ass nigga.
That's what they wanted, and that's what they wanted to. But I'm just like, I was answering questions, and it's like, okay, if I give an answer and you can't handle the answer of the question you asked, why are you
interested?
Why are you asking the question?
But do you think that some of the reactions that you got was because of like their age?
No, I wouldn't say necessarily because of their age, just because of their them being inexperienced in things outside of, you know, the sexual norms that they've been accustomed to for
Right.
their entire lives. I mean, you got to think about it. We live in a world that rejects what's not understood and what's different. You see what I'm saying? So for me to be a black male that's confident about what I do and what I'm into and say, yeah, this is what I do, they're like, oh my God, you know, and that's the reaction that you would get. You know what I'm saying? So and it's not like I'm not used to it. I have these conversations all the time in everyday life when I'm out because I educate people on what I do. You know, at my shows, you know, we do BDSM scenes and demonstrations, and I have friends from the community come and present their crafts. You know, so I when I'm out and even in dating, when I meet somebody and it was just like the reality show. You meet somebody at a bar or club, say, hey, you know, I'm Adonis, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. What's your name? Whatever. What do you do? Well, I'm an erotic author. Well, what do you write about? Well, erotica and sex. Well, and the next question always is, where do you get your stories from? Yeah. And I'm like, well, experience, and I have a wild ass imagination. You know, so what have you experienced? So you see what I'm saying? Okay. So it's every single time, you know, and I wasn't going to get on the show on the Ready to Love and censor myself. Yeah. Because again, I believe in, I'm not wasting time. You know, I turned 42 a couple weeks ago. So it's like, thank you much. So I'm like, I'm going to put this on the table right here and you can see if you can handle it. If you can't, that's going to let me know that I can just go ahead and move on. Right. And I don't have to spend any more time with someone who can't handle me anyway. Right. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I have always been upfront about who I am and what I do and why I was on the show. Right.
Well, you know, I consider myself a novice.
Speaking of imagination, we got an erotic author, you know, over there to your right.
But see, okay, so I was writing in high school and I wasn't doing none of this shit. I was writing about threesomes and orgies and, you know.
She had a book and it was passed around the entire school.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
and then it got picked up and then she got put on punishment.
And my dad picked it up.
Her daddy was like, this what you doing?
Freaky ass girl.
And I wasn't doing anything like in there. But you know, it's having an imagination and creatively writing about that is not hard per se, but you do have to be open to it and stuff like that.
Yeah. And anything with creative writing, if you can visualize it and then take those visualizations and translate them into words, and that's what I do. My imagination is so vivid, you know, that I can take a scene and create a scene in my mind and write it out, and you can and when you read it, it'll be like you're there. And that's what everyone says about my book is in my writing style. Because I always say the devil's in the details, you know, so I don't leave anything out because I want you to read it like you're experiencing it. So you're gonna feel certain things, and I write about what you feel. I write about what you see. I write about what you smell. You know what I'm saying? I write about the sounds you hear in that situation. You know, so that's what I but I love it though because I create these worlds, right? And I create these characters, these people, and put them in these wild ass situations. And then, you know, and always find out in the end that somebody is living vicariously through them. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, most people don't have the opportunity to live life like an erotic novel. You see what I'm saying? My life is an erotic novel.
I would say most people go to the bar and pick somebody up or whatever scenario and things like that. It's not for some people, but you know, maybe for you.
Yeah, no, my life is a little bit different, but it always has always been because I've always been into, well, I say when I got maybe 2008 is when I started alternative lifestyles. So I've been in it for a while.
Okay.
You understand?
So you're not new to it.
Nah, I ain't new to it at all.
Yeah. So is Dallas like, because you said you're from Detroit.
Yes.
So is Dallas like a good place for like this alternative lifestyle and like the erotica?
Absolutely. Dallas has a huge Black alternative lifestyle community.
Very big.
When it comes to swinging or lifestyle or BDSM at all, period. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always at events or going to people's events or performing. Man, we just did a performance. What was that? Saturday night at a show, at someone's show, and then my show was last Friday. You see what I'm saying? So, and then like I said, we have several friends in the community in the community that practice. That are practitioners of different forms of BDSM. So they have when they have an event, you know, they'll invite us out or whatever, and I'll come do a scene or a demo at their event. They'll come do demos at my event, you know. And so when people come, they can learn about the arts.
I accidentally.
Accidentally? What did you accidentally stumble into?
I was in a group and it was a plus size group, but I didn't know a lot of them were into lifestyle.
Okay.
So I went to a lifestyle party.
Okay.
And I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, oh, okay, this is okay. Yeah, this is different.
Everybody
Right.
fucking.
Yeah, but I didn't like, that was my first time seeing that. And it is a really big community. Like, and a lot of people know everybody and stuff like that. And you know who the nasty niggas are, and don't invite him because he do too much and all the other stuff. But it is a very big community. And so I was kind of, I think the other thing too is there, like, the clubs that I've been to or seen are mostly white, and
especially in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm
You got to go on the black night.
When is the black night?
Saturday.
Thursday.
Oh, during the weekday?
Yeah.
Thursday,
Right. When
Thursday.
nobody really want to be there, you got to work next morning.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely have seen it. So it seems a little bit alternative, but just talk a little bit about kind of like, because we're gonna go more into it. You make sure y'all go on Patreon because we're gonna go more in depth. But can you go a little bit into detail about like your lifestyle, because there are different types of lifestyle within lifestyle communities. So can you go in a little bit of detail about what you do?
Yeah. So I am a sensual dominant. I do sensual BDSM massages. That's kind of like my that's my art. You know, when I perform, when I do other shows or whatever, it's essential massage, tantric touch, energy transfer. But I also use, you know, floggers and paddles and things like that to kind of heighten the woman's experience along with the sensuality and of the massage. And my massage style being more rhythmic, you know, especially when I'm a little high and I'm into the music, you know, what I'm saying? That's when I really get into it, you know.
You're in your zone.
Oh yeah, I'm in my zone at that point. But also, my girlfriend and I, we are swingers. You know, we go to do play parties and things like that. I am a stag.
Okay, so that was gonna be one of the questions we had too.
Yes, because I'm a little confused.
Okay,
what's the difference between stag, cuck, and being a voyeur?
Okay, so stag and cuck are on two different ends of the spectrum.
Okay.
A cuckold is a person who's a masochist. They're turned on from being humiliated.
So it's almost like I'm taking your girl from you.
Yeah. And they get and they're aroused by being belittled by the other person and their woman while they're you know.
It's the big old BBCs coming in there.
Yeah.
So she'll be like, while she's fucking, like, oh, you see his dick is bigger than yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So cuckolds get turned on by that.
Okay.
I'm a stag. Like I said, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I'm dominant. There's no humiliation with me. I'm turned on by watching my woman be with another man. But I'm turned on because of the pleasure that she gets from it. And when it's over, I reclaim her. I take back what's mine.
Ooh, I heard that now. Shit now. Ooh.
Adonis. Wait, we weren't ready.
And
I'm gonna take back what's mine.
Yeah, and that's reclaim sex. You know.
So y'all have sex after?
Yeah.
Oh, that's low key a little vibe.
So so how do you go? So are you guys open, or I mean, what's the difference between being open and swingers?
Okay, so when you're open, is you're able to free date whoever you want, and the guidelines of, okay, I'm not going to spend the night at somebody's house, you know, they're not there. You can do whatever you want. But in a swinging relationship, typically there are rules and guidelines. Like she and I don't kiss other people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
There's like, you keep something between. You know what I'm saying? And as far as dating, there isn't any of that. We play in the same room. Now I do have fantasies of her going out and playing and surprising me with pictures, and then coming home and saying, "Hey, Daddy, this is what I did."
Do you know
naughty.
that? Well, duh, you know that.
I've been naughty.
Obviously.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I watch the videos, and then I take back what's mine.
Oh.
You know, or I'll film it and make the video myself. You know, while she's with a bull. And then we watch them later as foreplay, you know.
Okay, so I know we kind of backtracking a little bit, but I know on the show, one of the common things were like, well, can you be monogamous? And can you be, so can you kind of explain about how you can separate the two? Because I guess in one of the scenes, you was like, you turn your room into a dungeon. And so how if I'm not really into that as your partner, how am I supposed to know that things don't go too far or that you can be monogamous? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So practicing non-monogamy in LS in the lifestyle is, I mean, that's what it is, you know. But as far as our relationship, our love, our emotion, our passion, and intimacy and intensity for each other, that stays between us.
Okay.
You know, and I always call lifestyle play, I call it erotic entertainment. You know, some people go to movies on Saturday nights, we fuck.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So it could be, you know, it could be whatever you make it, but as long as you have, you know, guidelines and rules in place to keep the relationship intact and the relationship first, then that's, you know, that's how you separate that. So I don't have other girlfriends. You know, I've had submissives, you know, for domination purposes and things like that, because that is one of my fetishes is domination. You know, obviously.
Right.
But as far as having another girlfriend, like I've been in a poly relationship. She's not poly. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, in being with her, it's like I know I have to adjust, you know, to fit who she is and who she is in our relationship if I want to be with her. You see what I'm saying? Because if not, then we all have options in life. You can stay and operate within the guidelines or not.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So being in a situation where, you know, they asked me, you know, can you be monogamous? Well, if I was retiring, obviously yes. Yeah. Because she's the only woman I love. You know what I'm saying? And she's the only woman I'm with. So that focus on one person is there, but a nut is a nut. You know what I'm saying? And watching each other have fun, and whether she's with a woman or a man, or if I'm with I'm with a woman, you know, it's like, it's just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we separate that from our actual relationship.
Right.
You
So
know?
when you guys do swing, is the other couple or is the other group, is it always somebody new, or do you swing with like people that you swung with before?
No, it's typically, I mean, we typically want someone that can be consistent and someone that we can trust and has the understanding of our guidelines and the respect level for our guidelines and what we want, and someone that I know that I can trust with her with, you know what I'm saying, as far as a guy, but it's typically it's kind of a small circle, and then she's super picky anyway, so that kind of like it brings the number of options
down.
Even smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So once you find that one or two people, it's like, that's just who we rock with when we get those urges. You know what I'm saying?
Can we know picky as in what aspect?
Oh, I mean attraction level, how you carry yourself, you know.
So bougie, a little bougie.
Yeah, energy vibes of people, how they act, you know what I'm saying? We observe, you know, how they carry themselves around other people and how they move, if they messy or not, you know what I'm saying? And how who else that they know that we know that can vouch for them. There's a lot of vetting involved, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like somebody can walk up off the street and say, "Hey, I want to play with y'all tonight." Okay, let's go. You know,
Right.
it's a process. It's a longer process. Now, don't get me wrong. We have had moments where, you know, it was a first night. You know, we went out, hung out with a lady that, you know, I was like, "Hey, let's go ahead to the crib and make the threesome happen." And we did, you know. But for the most part, it's kind of especially with her, because like I said, she has to have that energy and that more of that connection than I do. I have, as long as they meet my fetishes, the basic standards of cleanliness and hygiene, everything is intact, and then they meet all my other standards for what I like for my fetish. So I'm like, all right, let's make it happen.
So let's talk about some of the fetishes, because I know you did touch a little bit about that on the show. You have an ass fetish.
Ass worship, yeah.
Nipple. There was something with nipples.
Well, it's an oral fetish. I love licking clits and nipples. Fetish. Yeah.
So you like what?
I didn't. She said you like what?
I said that real quick.
I didn't hear.
No, I have an oral fetish. So I'm turned on by, you know, kissing a woman's body, kissing her breast, sucking and licking her nipples, and then I love eating pussy. So and I love eating pussy from the back. I love having my face out on. That's the
energy.
Yeah, it's a vibe, you know.
It's a vibe.
That shit turns me on, you know. So, but I didn't realize it was that strong of a fetish with me until maybe about 6 years ago.
What makes it a fetish?
Because I crave it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I have damn, I ain't eat pussy in a minute. You know, I've been thinking like that.
It's pussy o'clock.
It's right, exactly.
Pussy o'clock.
Pussy o'clock.
So you
I like
could-
that pussy o'clock.
So you could only eat pussy and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I would consider that fetish.
But my I call it my main fetish is a woman's pleasure.
I was about to say, it sounds like you're a pleaser.
Yeah.
More than
my main fetish is a woman's pleasure, and then the sub fetishes underneath that are the ways I cause that pleasure. You see what I'm saying? So eating pussy, eating from the back, having my face set on, you know, using my restraints, you know, so she can't run when I'm eating it.
Ooh.
You know, just different things, you know, different ways to, and of course, like I said, having my face set on, a little bit of asphyxiation.
Wait,
Like choking.
okay, I thought.
Well, no, when
somebody sitting on your face.
and cut off my air supply from
Yeah, I did that, and he didn't like all that. But because I didn't understand face writing. Like I was with a partner
you
before.
gotta know how to write face.
Yeah,
it's a thing. Yeah.
Well, a partner before he liked being smothered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with somebody who wanted. I'm with someone who wanted to have, who wanted me to write their face, and I was doing a smother. And he was like, "I can't breathe. Get up off me. I don't want to."
But see, here's
he
the
trying
thing.
to kill me.
Here's the thing. The skilled pussy eater knows how to eat pussy and breathe out his nose.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you don't have to stop.
Yeah, he wouldn't try. He wouldn't.
Right.
he was trying to do both down there, so it didn't work out. But
Nah, you got to know how to find the little air pockets. You know what I'm saying? Especially she got ass. You got to find that little air pocket. Take that breath in through that right nostril. That's the only thing that's free.
Crying.
And get back to work.
damn, I'm crying.
So how does one figure out? Because it sounds like you have a lot of your, fetishes and things like that categorized. How does one figure out what you really like versus just trying shit?
Well, I mean, you have to explore. It all self-discovery is only met with exploration. You know what I'm saying? So to find out what you like, you got to try things. And you try it. Okay, I don't really like that. You don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Or I love that shit. Let's do that again. You know what I'm saying? And then you continue to do it and develop it, and then until it comes to a point where it's like, nah, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like I love eating ass too.
Okay.
So
ass, much.
yeah. So she said, "Bye." So, but I didn't figure that out until maybe about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I'm like,
so you've been, you. So what are some things that you don't like? You try and be like, I'm good on that. You said what?
Well, I have hard limits, of course.
Okay.
Hard limits, of course. Anything dealing with dudes or fecal matter or urine. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight on all of that. But I love anal sex with a woman. You know what I'm saying? It comes in handy when she's on her period. But other than that, with a woman, I don't have any restrictions. I don't like it when a woman sticks her finger in my ass.
Okay.
Like. No,
You
that
good on
happened
that.
when I was younger. I was like, okay, never again. I learned early that I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
What about a woman eating your ass?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. So
Because that's our resident ass eater.
Yeah, I think I've done more things because I don't feel like really anything you do within a heterosexual relationship is considered gay, but a lot of men kind of will
black men.
black men will say, "Oh, don't do
Yeah.
that gay shit to me" and all other stuff. And I'm like, you might like it. How you know you don't like it?
yeah, that's decades of brainwashing of what masculinity is versus the ego and pride and all of this and that mixed in one closed-minded experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I figured the reactions I cause when I eat a woman's ass. And then, I my balls are sensitive. So when she go in there and lick under the balls and everything, just keep going a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Go a little
And hit
further.
that spot, it's like, oh shit,
Right
oh
there.
shit, right? It feels good. If it feels good,
Right.
fuck it, do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Ain't mad at it. I mean, I know you said that like some of your kinks or some of your fetishes you found later in life.
Oh yeah.
So is that something that's like always changing, do you think?
No, actually, like, because somebody asked me like, what's next? How far does it go? I like what I like, and I found my comfort zone in this whole world. You just like I know my comfort zone was smoking weed.
Right.
You know, I know how much to smoke to get me right there to where I'm not stupid high and getting sick. I know right where to be in that and in this world to where I get the maximum amount of pleasure for myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I stay right there. You know, and I know everything, of course, that's out there. I know there's more out there, but I have no interest in expanding what I'm into. Or I've tried it and I'm good on it anyway. So I'm like, all right, I'm smooth right here in my little pocket,
right?
Of what I love when it comes to erotica and sex.
Okay.
So between you and your girlfriend, if y'all found like a third person, would you guys be with someone who's never tried any of that?
You know, vanilla people. That's what we call them. Yeah, it's really difficult to initiate someone that's vanilla into this world because their mind isn't open yet. Now you can train them and help them open their mind to different possibilities outside of just missionary and getting back shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole lot more to sex than just what you're used to. But they have to have the will and the want to learn and to explore into those different things. Now there definitely have been many women that I have introduced to the world, to my world, not necessarily in threesomes and some in threesomes, but just into different things because they were like, okay, I want to try this. I want to try being tied up. I want you to spank me or whatever the case. I'm like, okay, I can explore that, with you, and I'm all about self-discovery. You know what I'm saying? So I've helped women in the past discover what they want to have a threesome with two men. Like I got somebody for that. Ooh. And I made a phone call and fulfilled a fantasy for him.
It's right up my alley.
No, same.
Yeah. So
I do feel you on like the education because I've seen a couple of cast members come to some of your events and stuff like that. So and even on the reunion, someone's like, "Oh yeah, I discovered I like wax and stuff like that."
Wax therapy.
Wax play. Yeah, that's another form of BDSM where they where the practitioner melts the candle and pours it on your body and then scrapes it off with a knife.
Oh, I didn't know about the scraping it off part.
Yeah. Wax and knife.
Like a butter knife?
No.
A sharp one.
A
steak
kitchen
knife.
Butcher knife. Yeah.
A machete.
Yeah. But it's an erotic sensation that's unique. There's electroplay where there's a conduit that's put on you and she loves electroplay. Like
a TENS unit or
no, something kind of like that. But when the electric charge goes through, it shocks. And you can touch the person, but it almost feels like how when someone touches your spot, it feels like that everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really really good feeling for the woman.
Look now,
So
shit.
Play?
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go to the hearing at the dark real quick.
I am crying.
That's amazing. Like I really just love black men just allowing themselves to like, I like this. You can't tell me about myself because I like this. You ain't gonna shame me for liking this, and also just bringing other men into it too. So
no, I have guys ask me. I teach lessons. In sensuality and touch and flogging and things like that. Because there's a lot of couples that want to explore in different things. Because I Lover's Lane said it the best: couples that play together stay together. And if you can have a fun sex life, it's going to enhance the entire relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all bored in the bedroom, it's going to be the foundation of other issues. You see what I'm saying?
Other ways.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So when men come to me and say, "Hey, can you teach me how to do this?" My woman really like. I'm like, "All right, I got you." You know what I'm saying? Because I want y'all to play. I want y'all to last. I want y'all to have fun together. You know what I'm saying? And come back to the next show. You be like, "Bro, I tried that shit. She loved it." Like, let's go, bro. I've been getting hyped with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, it's a real cool thing, man, to see people, especially see black people who have been typically closed-minded to things like this for generations, finally opening up and say, hey, there's more to sex, there's more to more possibilities to our sex life than what we've continuously done over the last generations that has led in boredom, which leads to divorce and cheating, infidelity. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like, okay, people talk about us in the LS like we doing this, doing that, but we're all consensual. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
Y'all cheat on each other.
No volunteers, no victims.
Yeah, all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? So don't cast a stone at me and you cheat on your girlfriend. You know, or you got a side chick. I don't have to have a side chick. You know what I'm saying? If I want someone, I holler at my babe. I'm like, babe, can we, all right, bet. And she sets it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The same thing with.
I love that.
Yeah, same thing with a guy. It's sometimes it's a guy she's interested in. I'm like, all right, I'll handle it. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the part I love because a lot of men you hear like, oh yeah, I'll do a threesome, but I can't another nigga.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm very equal opportunity. Don't tell me I can't do something that you can't do. So the fact that you are open enough, because I think it also leads part to your dominance. You just know like you that nigga. You know what I'm saying? You that guy.
I don't have any doubts in my mind. Where her heart and where her loyalty is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like something like that again. But it also stems back to my entire mentality when it comes to the LS and how I see other people when I'm in a relationship. You can put a dildo with a suction cup on a wall and back into it, and it's the same thing to me as a person. They can just fuck back. It's emotionless. You know what I'm saying? They're a lot at that point. They're a live sex toy, and that's how that's how I see them, male or female. You know what I'm saying? So. When you're able to separate your emotions and your ego from and your pride from the LS, it's like, okay, yeah, it's like I know she's having sex with a dude, but she's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like cutthroat about that shit, about her loyalty to me. Yeah, so it's like, what do I have to worry about? You know what I'm saying? Like, and plus, can't nobody do her like me anyway.
Oh, I heard that now.
I know that's right.
I heard okay shit.
I know that's right. So back to Ready to Love. Like, since they did focus so much on like your alternative lifestyle, do you think that there was like a moment that was missed for you to like educate?
No, I mean, I think if people really paid attention, there was a lot of education that went on because I explained things the way I always do. I mean, they censored what they had to censor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I was able to communicate effectively what I do. And that, if that, stimulates curiosity for people to continue to pursue and learn more, then they either followed me and asked questions, or I interact with people, with viewers a lot, in the on YouTube and the Facebook profiles, because people are cool. And I remember when it's this big Ready to Love group on Facebook. It's got like 50,000 members. Wow. When the show first aired, I think it was actually after the first episode. Somebody was like, how's an erotic author even make money? Trying to troll me. Man, fans lit into his ass. They was like, oh, he's an entrepreneur, he's an author, he's a writer. You know what I'm saying? He wrote a whole book. So it was cool to see people coming to my defense. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because the literary community,
right?
And then even with people who are more open minded. About what the other things that I do, they defended me, and then people were gave me props for being transparent. Because obviously a lot of people lied about their intentions. I'm like, hey, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm from the D. We keep it real like that. I'm not gonna date a woman and then spring all of this on her 6 months later after she's fallen in love with me. And now she gets hit with this ton of bricks from the blind side that she had no idea she was getting herself into. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And then again, for me, now she realizes she can't handle it 6 months down the road. Now I've given this woman 6 months of my life that I can't beg at, and it's over because she can't handle she really can't handle me. And then and when it's all said and done, I want to be loved for who I am. So if I want to be loved for who I am, I have to show you who I am. And how you respond to that is going to tell me whether you can love me for who I am or not.
Ooh. Well, I think that's a good place to kind of end this part of the episode. We do have a question, and then we're going to go over to our Patreon. We're going to let tell everyone you can find you at real quick. But we do have a question. Let me pull it up real fast. Okay. How many people end up in a happy, healthy relationship after being sexual the first date? So I met a guy who's 28. She's 30. We had a great first interaction. Both were horny, so we ended up getting naked, having some fun. No sex when I went back to his place. I don't know what that means. How you get naked? Okay.
Right.
It feels too fast paced since I want a relationship, but I'm curious how many people got sexual on the first date and ended up in a relationship that they're happy in.
My longest relationship was 6 years, and it started after a one night stand.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we communicated before. This back when I was a commercial print runway model, and I set up a couples photo shoot with the model, and she and I we played phone tag back and forth for like a couple months, and we finally got the photo shoot organized, and we did the photo shoot. It flowed like really natural. I'm like, you want to go get some food after this? All right, we bet. When we got some food, I'm like, you want to come watch a movie? Cool. Movie ended up watching us. And we were attached at the hip for 6 years after that. You know what I'm saying? So, and even with me and Juju, you know, we started. We had that first.
I wanted to ask how you guys met.
Oh, so I jumped in her DM the week after I was eliminated.
Really? I was going to ask, was there kind of some intersectionality as far as y'all meeting in the show? Or
No. Okay. So crazy story with that was I actually met her at an event that I was hosting months before, but she was on a date.
Oh,
so we
okay.
had this moment of like, damn, we was checking each other out, but I was respectful, so I didn't pursue it obviously because she was with somebody at the time. So but I noticed that there was definitely energy, you know. So I just went on with life and everything, filmed a reality show, and then like I said, the week after I got eliminated, I and here's the thing, I didn't even know that was her. So I hopped in her DM and said, we started talking, conversation went real smooth. And then she was like, we met before, right? I was like, when? And she when she told me, it just immediately came back. I was like, oh my God, look at the universe. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, but that's how we met. And
Juju said, I'm finna come reclaim what's mine.
With the person you were on a date with, were you dating them or you were just there with them? Okay. So you could have said something if you want, or you just been really respectful.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of guy because you know what I'm saying. Somebody's with somebody, or they say they have somebody. I'm like, all right,
right.
I'm not going. Can you have friends? You're like, I don't do all that because I wouldn't want somebody doing that to my woman. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I'm not going to be that guy. Put that energy out there.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, no, I agree though. My longest relationship, we met each other on Tinder, had sex the first night we met, and we just couldn't get away from each other after that.
There's no rhyme or reason, by how the heart works and how things develop, because I mean, I dated for somebody for 6 months and was in a relationship for a year and got cheated on. You know what I'm saying? Back in 07. So it's like, why wait? And that's a possibility that can happen anyway.
I think it's
so
more
just go with the flow.
Yeah, it's more so like if you guys are on the same line, because that part, like, you could be with someone for 6 months and not have sex, and then y'all get together and you're like, yeah, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's if you have the same focus of what you want, like you can both be together and be like, I really want to be date intentionally, but I'm horny right now.
Right.
But I still want to date you. After I do this, I still want to date you. I like you. I fuck with you.
Yeah.
So it could be anything. So
that's just part of all the restrictions and stuff that
that's
been handed down to us.
Exactly. The mental blocks and social norms and standards of what dating should be and this and that.
And sex.
Nothing in my life has been normal. So it's like I'm gonna do what comes naturally and what feels right for myself. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So you have this book here. Where can they find you at if they're looking to maybe have their own event, or they want to connect with you more, or find out more, get educated? Where can they find you at, or even purchase your book?
Well, I'm Adonis Allen on Facebook, BOA.erotica on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. They're all the same. And BOAerotica.com is my website, so they can go on that site and check out my upcoming events and a bunch of different other stuff, and the book link. BOA Erotica Book 1 is on the website, and it's a book of erotic short stories, and most of my stories are written from the woman's perspective. So I put women in positions of power and dominance that they're not typically in society. So you should definitely check it out, man, because these women are living their best lives for sure. Okay. And there are a couple stories from the male's perspective, but the women are really holding it down. And then it starts with 5 shorts. The shorts. I initially wrote the shorts to kind of give people an example of how I write, but they were like really cool. So I put 5 of them in the book, and they're based off of like my actual experiences,
Ooh.
you know, or my fantasies. You know what I'm saying? But the stories are fiction. They're just wild.
Okay, so you definitely want to make sure you tune into the Patreon because we're gonna get into the excerpt of the book and a little bit more.
Listen, Hear Ye After Dark.
Oh, don't fucking forget it. Y'all can find us. You already know. He gets us up at hearypodcast@gmail.com. We're at Hear You Podcast on all social media platforms. And y'all can find me on Instagram at @Huda_Breezy, BREEZY. And where can they find you at?
And of course, y'all can find me on Instagram at Tana Taught You. That is TANNAH Taught You. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to head on over to Patreon?
Meow.
Of course, Adonis, thank you so much. We will be on Hear Ye After Dark. As always, shout out to everybody. We had fun, and we will talk to y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.